Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you for having this committee hearing today, and thank you to the Ranking Member Davis for this. I just want to take a second to just congratulate the both of you. The climate in the world that we live in today, our politics are driven to us to really find the one or two things that we really don't like each other's position on and then focus on that. What you two have been able to do in this committee, but also in this Congress, is to show us that how about we do it differently? How about we find a couple issues that we agree on, and then let's focus on that and let that be the driving force to us really to come together and solve problems. So thank you for showing us how to do that, showing other members. And I just want you to know it's noticed, because I don't think we tell each other that enough. You know, and I look at Congressman Figures over there, always welcoming us with a good, a smile and a how you doing today. We don't agree on a ton of things all the time, but that right there is just an example, I think, that we can show our colleagues. So I just wanted to start out with saying that.
The gentleman is recognized for 30 minutes.
But I do think it's fitting to say that in the subcommittee on rural development, because when we talk about rural communities, I mean, that's how we do things still. I tell people back home all the time that, if we were to run our townships, our county boards, our city councils, our church boards like Congress and like our politics of today is run, we would get nothing done. But somehow, in some way, in some fashion, rural America is still figuring it out. Because we have that idea that we can sit across the table with someone we don't agree on and everything, but we're driven to making our backyard better. And that's what really the secret sauce, I think, is in rural development. And quite frankly, it is something that we need to actually grow and to hold up as something that can help us in rural America. I sit on the Small Business Committee as well, and I get to have these conversations with the SBA, and my ding on them is that rural America has been flyover land for SBA. And if it wasn't for our community lenders, really that is the face for the SBA for rural America, we wouldn't really know SBA exists. And so rural development has a great opportunity to do that. I had the privilege to be the state director of rural development in the last Trump administration, so I got to be on the front line. And so it's great that we have excuse me, former Congressman Torres Smalls here and Betty Brand here. Ms. Brand and I got to work together closely on a few things. And so when it comes to access to rural capital, when we look at, really significant kind of the lifeblood of rural communities, there's always this question of we just don't have access to capital. We can't figure out how to come up with $40 million to upgrade that rural hospital that is so desperately needed in a community that just can't afford it. So it takes a lot of partners at the table to make that happen. I'm proud that I have been able to garner a lot of bipartisan support on my Investing in Rural America Act, which really tries to tap into another resource that is desperately needed and we need to highlight more, and that's the farm credit system. And so my Investing in Rural America Act gives Farm Credit the authority to partner with other rural lenders and finance institutions to finance facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, child care facilities. So, Ms. Brand, with your experience both at rural development and in the farm credit system, give me your thoughts quickly here. I got about a minute and a half and I have one more question. So on the relationship with farm credit and how we can really tap farm credit into the rural development world.
Absolutely. It would be a wonderful addition to the availability of lenders that can help support, and not just for the money, for their capital that they could put in, but as the partnership with other lenders in the community to look for the best solution. Not everybody, one size doesn't fit all.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm going to take a drastic maybe turn and change here. So again, with my frontline experience, we're just so blessed to have two people that administered these programs from the national level. But yet we hear from county commissioners, we hear from Miss South Dakota that when the rubber hits the road, we still have this disconnect because it's hard to tap into these programs. In the few minutes that we've sat here, I probably could have got a car loan and a house loan on my phone approved. But yet we have rural communities that can't figure out how to tap into rural development. So there's a lot of problems internally in regards to fixing the system, but I was blown away when I was at rural development of the multiple IT systems that are used in USDA. The right hand doesn't talk to the left hand. We still have blue screens with green cursors. I mean, we could play Oregon Trail on some of the USDA computer systems, but yet we're administering billions of dollars of programs. So I know I'm out of time, but I would like to hear, as this committee unfolds here, just thoughts on how can we improve our infrastructure to make it user-friendly, so someone sitting in deep rural America can figure out how to tap into these programs. So I appreciate the committee hearing today, and I yield back.